Welcome to Module 1 about working in partnership with young people. First, I'd like to give the floor to Napua, who will share the International Youth Coalition's key recommendations on this topic.
In discussions with my IYC peers, we agreed that as youth, we need to be informed about our right to express our views in decisions that concern us. We want to participate in matters that affect our lives and feel that we are being taken seriously. We know that not all decisions can be taken as we wish, but then please sit down with us and explain why. Enable us to be part of the decision-making process so that we can learn how and why certain decisions are taken. For us, participation is also important because it increases our motivation and confidence. When we participate in advocacy activities, we become better public speakers and get the chance to improve our leadership skills. It is also a good feeling when we as youth come together and advocate for issues that are important to us. We are stronger when we work together. We also feel that it is necessary to create opportunities for peer-to-peer exchanges between young people. For example, we can get together in a house and share participation skills and experiences. Many of us are part of youth assemblies at program locations where young people meet to discuss issues that are key to them. This is a really great practice, and it can even be done virtually, like we are doing in the International Youth Coalition. Finally, for some of us, the idea of youth participation is new. Therefore, training on participation might be needed to raise our confidence to participate. It can be intimidating to speak up if one has not done it before. Just remember that training should not be about telling us what to do, but about giving us the space to exchange, talk with our older peers, and reflect on different issues relating to our care, well-being, and future wishes. We also ask for the space to learn from our own mistakes. The decisions we make in our lives will not always be the right ones, but then help us to learn from them. Keep an open dialogue with us to ensure that we can work successfully together.
Thank you, Napua, for bringing forward these great recommendations. Just as you mentioned at the beginning, we first need everyone to know that young people have the right to participate in matters that affect them. Participation is one of the core principles of the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, which stresses that children and young people have the right to freely express their views and that there is a duty to listen to their views and enable their participation in all matters affecting their life. Therefore, SOS Children's Villages has an obligation to implement policies, procedures, and structures to hear the voices of children and young people in decisions that affect them. This right is a fundamental principle of quality youth care in the SOS Children's Village program. Let us summarize. Working in partnership with young people is the ongoing process of young people's expression and active involvement in decision-making in matters that concerns them.
This sounds good, but I think it would help me to understand if you could share a practical example.
Yes, of course. I'm happy to share 2 examples with you. Let's first give Zuhair and Ahmed a call. Zuhair is a youth care coordinator in SOS Children's Villages Palestine, and Ahmed is a former member of the International Youth Coalition and founder of the Youth Council that has been established in Palestine.
Hi everyone, thanks for having me here. In order to promote the idea of youth participation in Palestine, young people have established a youth advisory council to represent them on important issues that need to be discussed and find solutions to challenges facing them and be part of the development of the organization and the community. The Youth Advisory Council provide advice and youth-based perspective to the National Association for the Middle East and North Africa in planning, development, and implementation of youth-related issues. The Youth Advisory Council serves an advisory body for youth issues to those member associations, and it also provides guidance and recommendations. What I would like to say to promote youth participation anywhere is believe in youth, educate them well, and then give them space so as to be able to participate in the three levels: individual level, program level, and community level. We are going to give you a concrete example about youth participation in Palestine, and Ahmed is going to talk about that.
3 members of the Youth Council participated in the annual planning, and they had an active role in the action plans for youth development in Palestine. At the end of each year, youth participate in the annual planning workshop from the beginning. 3 members of the Youth Council are invited to attend the discussion and participate in the groups, specifically related to their issues. Before that, Youth Council normally hold a meeting with its members to discuss the most important issues to lay on the table for planning. During the workshop, young people prepare a worksheet to be presented by them, in which the national director takes into consideration through planning. After that, the council coordinates for the second meeting with the rest of their members to present what was discussed in the workshop in general, and what was planned regarding council's role in the development and follow-up process. Thank you.
Thank you, Ahmed and Zuhair. I've also heard about good practices in Benin. Let's give Saliman and Agnes a call. Saliman is the National Director of SOS Children's Villages Benin, and Agnes is a child rights activist and President of the Youth Executive Council in SOS Benin. Welcome!
Hello everybody, it all started back in 2007 after I had participated in a child rights training in Sweden. I was greatly inspired and set in motion the development of our national child participation guidelines. The fundamental mechanism of child participation as outlined in those guidelines is called Executive Councils of Children and Young People. Here, children and young people have the space to raise their voices on issues that concern them. What may be of particular interest to all of you is that every council of children and young people has an annual budget to conduct an advocacy project. This is done with the support of a national advocacy team and the child participation champions.
For example, in Natitengu, the council that I represent decided to fight against sexual harassment, corporal punishment, child marriage, and inequality between girls and boys. Our advocacy work was successful. It compelled the prefect of Atakora department to take harsh measures to fight against sexual harassment in the 9 towns of the region. It also forced UNICEF to take a clear position on the subject of ritual infanticide and to schedule a national conference on the subject. Furthermore, our advocacy forced the local authorities to respond more adequately to corporal punishment in schools and organize the first match where girls and boys played together.
Finally, the councils of children and young people participation in the development of policy recommendations and other documents such as the National Child Protection Policy, the Child Code, etc. But of course, this is not everything. Those councils are improving the quality of our programs as well as the life of people in the communities in which they work in so many different ways.